Hello there, my friend. Pull up a chair for a moment. Have you ever looked around and wondered why some men seem to walk through their later years with a genuine strength and a bright spark in their eyes, while so many others seem to fade, struggling to see their next birthday with the same energy? It's a question that deserves an honest answer. Today, we're not just talking about getting older. We're talking about living fully. The truth is, growing old isn't the real enemy. The real danger is ignoring the quiet whispers, the warning signs that tell us something needs to change. Let's look at a simple fact. Research shows that nearly 7 out of 10 men between 65 and 74 are dealing with high blood pressure. Think of that. That's a heart working overtime, under constant strain, day in and day out. Now you add a little bit of life's other challenges, maybe stress, or nights of poor sleep, or a quiet loneliness that creeps in, and you can see how the candle starts to burn a little faster. But the body often just follows the mind's lead. The most heartbreaking thing I see is when a man reaches 70 and says to himself, "Well, I guess this is it." He stops challenging his mind. He stops reaching out to the people he loves. He stops looking for a reason to greet the morning sun. And when the mind surrenders, the body isn't far behind. I believe there are 3 great thieves of longevity that visit men after 70. Let's shine a light on them so you can see them coming. First is the thief of stagnation. After a lifetime of work and activity, retirement can feel like hitting a wall. Many men go from constant motion to sitting in a chair. They sit more, they talk less, they engage less. And the body, this incredible machine, begins to weaken not from age, but from lack of use. Your heart is a muscle. Your brain is a muscle. Life is movement. When you stop moving, you send a signal to every part of you that the journey is over. Second is the thief of emotional armor. Many of us were raised with the idea that a man must be tough, but here is a lesson that took me many years to learn. Holding everything inside doesn't make you strong, it makes you sick. The quiet weight of stress, unspoken anger, and deep loneliness can be more damaging than any physical ailment. Think of it like a pressure cooker with no release valve. Eventually, something has to give. Third, and perhaps the most important, is the thief of a lost purpose. Your career has ended. The children are grown and have families of their own. The house is quieter. For so many men, this is when they lose their why. A man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the smallest waves until it simply drifts. It makes every small problem feel heavy and every day feel a little bit grayer than the last. Let me tell you about a man I knew named Harold. When I met him, he was 74. He told me, "I've done my part. There's not much point in doing anything else." He wasn't ill, just tired of living. I asked him, "Harold, what did you used to love doing, just for the joy of it?" He thought for a moment and said, "I used to love fixing old radios in my garage." "Then go do that," I told him, "just once a week." He did. Soon his grandson started coming over to watch, fascinated. Then a neighbor brought by an old toaster that wouldn't work. A few months later, Harold told me with a smile, "You know, I feel alive again." That's the secret, my friend. Life doesn't end when the work stops. It ends when you stop caring. So how do you keep that fire lit? You don't need to climb a mountain. You just need to take small, intentional steps. Feed your mind. Read question. Listen to a new kind of music. Learn a single new thing each day. The brain is a garden, not a warehouse. It needs constant tending. Break down the walls of isolation. Loneliness is said to be more dangerous for your health than smoking. Call a friend. Join a local club. Go for a walk and say hello to the people you meet. Be around life. Listen to your body. Don't wait for a loud alarm. Pay attention to the quiet whispers. Rest when you're tired. Eat food that fuels you. Drink more water. And find your new mission. It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe it's mentoring a young person, growing the best tomatoes on the block, or volunteering. Purpose is the fuel that keeps your heart beating for something bigger than yourself. So why do so many men falter after 70? Because they quietly stop living long before their heart stops beating. But that story does not have to be yours. You can choose to be the man who stays curious, who stays connected, who stays driven by purpose. Your 70s, 80s, and even 90s can be the most meaningful chapters of your entire story if you decide to keep writing them. If this message has meant something to you today, please give this video a like. It helps others find this conversation. And be sure to subscribe to join our community. Now I want to hear from you. Your wisdom matters. In the comments below, please share one thing, big or small, that keeps you motivated to get up every morning. Your story might be the one thing another man needs to read today, and your feedback helps us make these videos better for everyone. I'm wishing you peace, good health, and many, many meaningful years ahead.